Of course, my dear respected brothers and sisters, just by narrating what they believe is more than enough to feel that this is totally wrong, this is even rubbish, this is nonsense, it doesn't make sense. If Muhammad ibn al-Hasan is one of the Imams, and he has powers, as they say, the Imams has powers that maybe some angels don't have it, so why doesn't he come? Why doesn't he come out? And some of them, they say, yeah, because this is the qadr of Allah that he will not come. Okay, this is the qadr of Allah that he does not come. Where is it in the Quran that Allah or Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that your last Imam is Muhammad ibn al-Hasan and he is captured, and Allah decreed that he will not come unless it is just the day of resurrection? Where is this? Okay? Read the Quran and tell us where. Because this is such an important thing. Allah would have mentioned it if it is true. And it is not there. This is one thing. The other thing, subhanallah, they said that this Imam disappeared on 200, around the middle of the 3rd Hijrah century. Since that time, the Imam is trying to come out and he could not come out, and he was alive and he is still alive, and he sees the ummah going through these difficulties, and he does not come. He doesn't want to come to help the ummah, to conduct jihad and to do hajj, etc. This is nonsense. This means that Allah, who decreed this, wanted the ummah to be humiliated unless this person comes out. Also, as one of our scholars said to the Shia or to the Rawafid, he said, okay, why don't you take us to this tunnel? We want to see this tunnel and we want to discover it. Okay? You say that he went into this Sirda. Where is it? Can you Shia, can you go and see it? Moreover, now, you know that some Rafida, they say that their imams, their leaders, they go, or their walis, the guardianships of jurists, okay, such as Khomeini, they go and receive information directly and revelation from the Imam. Okay, if you receive this, just take us with you when you receive this. Let us know. Let us hear. We disbelieve in this Imam. So if we disbelieve in him, okay, let him prove that he is there. Anyway, as I told you, it doesn't make sense at all, let alone that it contradicts basic principles in Sharia. Now, this is the principle of Imamah. Just before we conclude, they said that when Khomeini came and the Iranian revolution took place in 1979, they introduced a new concept, which is the concept of wilayat al-faqih. Whether they have introduced this or they revived this principle, okay, which some Rawafid believe in it. What is the principle of wilayat al-faqih, or the guardianship of the jurist? This principle says briefly that there are some faqih, jurists. Of course, the word jurist refers to faqih in fiqh. No, they consider the faqih is faqih not only in jurists but in many other things, and he has some power, he meets the Imam, he receives some kind of revelation, etc. So those faqih, they have a position whereby they can communicate with the Imam directly, and the Imam can reveal what he wants to do to those faqih. So all people listen to the faqih or the faqih until the Imam comes back. So they either introduce this principle or they revived this principle. Why? Because of a political reason. Because they have noticed that the Shia ideology is dying out. And if we leave it like this, that there is no hajj, no jihad, no congregational prayer except behind the Imam, then the Shia will die out. Okay? So in order to maybe revive the Shia ideology and to encourage the Shia to promote their religion and to start flourishing, we need to say to them that, yes, the Imam gave the authority to some faqih, and the faqih or the faqihs will carry out the job of the Imam until the Imam comes out from the tunnel or from the sirdab. So this is the principle of wilayat al-faqih. I just mentioned it, so we will be aware of it. Anyway, as I said, these principles contradict basic principles from Sharia and contradict basic principles from Quran and Sunnah. Okay, anyway, inshallah, the matter is clear. We will carry on, inshallah. Yeah, before we move to the next point, we have to say that Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, or Muslims in general, they believe that we must do Hajj and Jihad with the Imam of Muslims, with the Khalifa of Muslims, or with the Khulafa of Muslims. Whether those Khulafa are sinful, okay, or they are righteous people. Why? Because, as we explained before, that the Khalifa of Muslims is a need according to Sharia and according to just common sense. Why? Because the matters of people cannot be conducted smoothly unless there is someone in charge of them. And we mentioned that when the Imam becomes very heretic or a kafir, then we discuss the matter of khuruj. But in general, if the Imam of Muslims or the Khalifa that all Muslims agreed to follow him had some mistakes or sins or even major sins, still he is qualified as a Khalifa, and we follow him in Hajj and Jihad. Okay, and also, sorry to maybe say more about this point, but the problem of Rafidah, another problem of Rafidah, in terms of Hajj in particular, they said that the land of Karbala is better than the land of Mecca, astaghfirullah al-azim. The land of Karbala, where Al-Hasan was killed and buried, is better than the land of Mecca. And they narrate, they said that there are many narrations from some Sahaba, Ali bin Abi Talib, or even from the Prophet ﷺ, that confirm that the land of Karbala was preferred by Allah and created by Allah before the land of Mecca. And even there are some narrations that say that Mecca wouldn't be created if Karbala was not there. And that's why even they have some other narrations. I remember that they have a narration that Hajj to Karbala on the day of Ashura, their Ashura, not Ahl Sunnah Ashura, is equal to alf Hajjah, is equal to 1 million Hajjah. Okay? And they said even if you cannot go to Karbala, do Hajj Karbala and visit the grave of Al-Hussein, just on the day of Ashura, face the grave of Al-Hussein in Karbala, and this will be equal to 20 Hajjah. And many nonsense narrations that make them not so keen to go to Mecca for Hajj. Even, and we notice this, I cannot confirm that this is the case with all Rafidah, but we notice that some of the Rafidah don't go to Hajj during Arafah, they stay in Medina. Some of them, they say because visiting the grave of Fatima in Medina is better than visiting what? Visiting the Kaaba. Look at this. And it has been proven that some of them stay in Medina during the Hajj time. Moreover, they do not believe in our hilals, in Ahl Sunnah hilals. So when we say that Arafah is tomorrow, they have their own Arafah according to their own fiqh. So they might say that Arafah is the day after tomorrow. So they will not do Hajj with us if we are doing Hajj in this particular day. So that's why we have to be aware of these basic aqaid of the Rafidah.